So, sorry for my drawing, it sucks. This one is more of a street shot. I like the way how this pole is being lit. Color is the main attraction of this entire scenery. I do like this image a lot. It's one of my favorites, and I capture a multiple. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're all doing well. In today's breakdown, we're gonna be doing part 2 of the Prague POV street photography that I did. I did part 1 already, and if you haven't seen part 1, then hit right here. And if you haven't seen part 2, hit right here too. Pause the video, go see that video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel real quick. Leave a comment below. What was your favorite images in part 2 or part 1? I'm gonna be sharing with you guys some of my favorite images that I've captured, either with the 21mm lens or with the Leica Q or with the 90. Let's go into today's breakdown, and I hope you guys enjoy today's video. Hey. And I'm gonna start with this one right here. This garden is amazing. So in this image, I believe I shot this with a wide angle. I like this image because, as you can see, we have a foreground right here. This is my foreground. You have a midground, and then you have a background. Along with all this stuff, we have a subject. I know that the subject is very small in this image, but the subject is right here. The fact that she's there, and you can see this wide landscape, it gives you a perspective. It gives you scale of how massive or how big this scenery or this location is. This person right here gives the viewer us a sense of like, wow, this is big, this is huge. This shot works for me. This is the type of shot that I started taking recently just because it adds more to the image. There's a story behind it. I really like this image because this represents groups, this represent contrast, light and shadow working together just to give us this amazing photo. And you know what's the great thing about this? That everybody's in action. We have an entire group, right? Oops. You have here just shadows, shadow, shadow, and then you have this dynamic lighting coming from here. Sorry for my drawing, it sucks, which allows us to highlight the subjects. So recently I've been admiring the job of Rob Gibson, who's a photographer, an American photographer that recently released a book. He's just an amazing person. His work is just phenomenal. When I was in the city, I got to visit his gallery that was in display at one of the offices. In one of his images, he was able to capture this boat with his go-to lens, 75mm Leica lens. He didn't capture the boat, but he captured the essence of the boat. And I took inspiration from that image that I went out, and when I saw the staircase, I really saw something that reminded me of his work. I like the way how this pole is being lit by the light. So the light is playing an effect here. And then you get this shadow effect from the harsh lighting, right? And then you see the shadow of the pole, you see the shadow of the stairs, right? It just allows you to like self-frame the image in a way. And all my attention goes right here. It's very detail oriented. There's a lot of texture in the image, right? These right here. This is different, it's out of my comfort zone. Usually I like capturing people in the image, but this time around I was just drawn to this scenery specifically. So obviously there's a lot of components to this image. You have your lighting coming from one side, which is very cool because it's side lit. It's not front lit, not back lit. It's side lit, going this way. You have this leading line from the train tracks. The obvious, you have the subject. Then you have this harsh lighting right here. I captured this with a 21mm. So it's very wide, it's very this side, this way. And the fact that I captured this with a 21mm allowed me to add like the environment, to include the environment, to make it seem like the scenery was bigger than how it was, right? That's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's breakdown. I had a great time just explain some of my theories on what I like in the image and how I made it work for my liking. If you did like the video, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below on your thoughts on what I capture and how I explained it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe to the channel now, because it actually helps. We're growing as a community. I know we're growing slowly, but we're growing at least together, and I'm very happy to all of the new subscribers. I really appreciate your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, and if you're new to the channel, my name is Ramon Brito. I'm a photographer. I love to capture images. I love to capture whatever I imagine in my head, whether I'm using my Leica gear or I'm using my cell phone. I love to use my gear to capture the stories that I am imagining. And if you're down for that, I could give you a breakdown of everything that's explained behind the scene, and subscribe to the channel for you to be part of that. Like the rest of us, we're enjoying this, we're growing as a community. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.